Well, probably the biggest disappointment more than anything else is, we gave up 2 explosives that we technically should have not. We should have been in a better position than we were, and we didn't do that.
You talked a lot about growth with this team in the last 7 weeks. Is it hard to say that after a game like today?
It is, John. To be frank about it, yes. When you spot 21 points to a very good football team, you're gonna struggle to win a game, and you can't do the things that we did and expect to win.
You mentioned the explosive, the first one with Tyree. What did you see on that play?
Well, we should have been tighter. His release, we didn't squeeze him on the release. We didn't push into him, and then we just got to make sure we got somebody up over the top.
With regards to Sam, what did you think today? And with Jacoby coming in, was that just a matter of?
That was just a matter of the game was pretty much salted away, and just let Jacoby get out there and finish it up for us.
Now you guys are entering the bye week. What was kind of the message in that locker room, you guys?
Well, we got a quarter of the season left to go. We're bringing them in next week, and we'll work through the next few days and just make sure you got to understand we got a quarter of a season left to play, and expect everybody to show up and play.
Obviously, facing adversity right now, coaching staff, players. What's the makeup right now? Like, what's everybody feeling?
Well, disappointed. I mean, you lose a game, and unfortunately, we really didn't give ourselves a chance. We made too many mistakes, and we've got to make sure we can limit those.
Any update on Brian Robinson?
Just the hamstring tightened up, and we just thought obviously to be smart about it. We didn't want to go out and pull it, so we sat him down.
Ron, it seems like the offense, at least from a production standpoint, has kind of ground to a halt these last couple of weeks. You played good defenses, but what's going on your end that has caused that?
Well, we've missed a couple opportunities. I mean, we got to be better up front. In certain areas, we've done some good things. We do enough to move the ball, and then you get a little bit behind, and then how your opponent attacks you becomes different.
Ron, at the beginning of the season, there was a thought that, from a talent standpoint, there had been some improvements, whether through draft or free agency. And I wonder what you think about that now. Do you think that they're still there, or is there more work to be done?
I think there's a little bit of work left to be done, but I do think we have some talent in some spots. I think some guys are most certainly gifted enough to help us win football games, and I think there's opportunities, but we've missed those opportunities. We didn't make plays when we had opportunities to, and there were some that were pretty good examples today of just missed opportunities. You can't do that. You just can't do that in this league, especially against really good teams. You've got to be able to handle those situations, circumstances, and when it does come to you, you got to make sure you make those plays when they're around to be made. And then again, from the coaching aspect, we just got to make sure we're putting them in the best position to have success.
And we know that Dallas and Miami are good teams. Were you surprised at how big the gap seems to be these last 2 weeks?
I'm disappointed that it looks that way. I really am.
There's still 4 games left. I know these guys are professionals, but do you worry about
No.
losing them?
I don't worry about that. So I really don't, Nikki. I mean, they're professionals. They have a job to do. They've got 4 games left to play, and and I told them in there I expect them to come out and do their best.
Terry had 3 targets, no catches. Why was that, and what do you make of that?
Well, that you'll have to look at the tape and go through what the play call is and see exactly what Sam's reads were and what was happening.
What made Tua especially so difficult today? What was he doing?
Well, probably the hardest part for us more than anything else was, again, we've got to get a little bit more consistent pressure on the quarterback. It's crazy, but there were 2 major plays that were made that kind of throws things a little bit out of whack. You give it those kind of explosives, it's tough to rebound from it.
Take 3 more.
Coach, I know you kind of broke down one of the plays already, but generally speaking, what was kind of the overall strategy to contain Tyreek Hill, and where do you think that kind of?
Well, what we tried to do was make sure we had people over the top more so than anything else, and we've just got to be able to make sure we're where we need to be.
Anything else?
Going into a little bit of bye week, how do you guys can prepare and rest and then come back and do what you need to do for next year?
Well, that's the biggest thing, is really give our guys an opportunity to take a little bit of a break, get away from it, get a little bit of a rest, and then come back and refocus. I mean, we have 4 games left to play, quarter of the season. As I said earlier, it's about the professionals that these young men are. That they've got to rely on that, fall back on that, and show up and do their jobs.
personnel tweaks or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to continue to evaluate and look at it. I mean, we'll do is we'll get ready and we'll game plan each week and obviously look to do some things. And, you know, the biggest thing more than anything else is just keep trying to put them in position to be successful.
Yeah, I mean it's been a tough couple of weeks. We got to do things better offensively, and you know it starts with me. I got to play better football, and you know we just got to continue and try to get better. Obviously, you know we're getting towards the end here of the season, but you know we still got a lot to play for, and we're gonna keep giving it everything we got. But no, it starts with me. I got to play better, and got to kind of try to continue to get everybody involved, and you know get into more of a rhythm early in games, and not let us dig ourselves into a hole. But we just got to be better.
And again, these teams are obviously very good, but did you think your offense would be at a different point by this time of the year, regardless of who you were facing?
I mean, I think we've shown, you know, some really good things throughout the season. We've put together some really good performances, but the consistency just hasn't been there. And we just got to find a way to, you know, be better and execute at a higher level and at a more consistent rate. But we definitely have the pieces, definitely have the coaches, definitely have the game plan each and every week. It's just a matter of going out there and doing the things we need to do to get the results.
Sam, you've been able to make a number of plays off schedule the last few weeks, but in terms of just the on schedule type of stuff, where is that not coming together from protection to your decision making to receivers? What's falling short there these last couple weeks?
Yeah, it's hard to pinpoint, you know, what exactly it is, and you know, I think it's just a combination of a lot of things, and it's kind of just something different every single time. But we just gotta really look at ourselves and you know really watch the tape and see what we can do to get better and try to fix the issues.
And Sam, can you talk about the interception?
Yeah, just had a quick wide receiver screen. You know, pretty much just trying to catch the ball and get it out as quick as possible. Just kind of unfortunate thing that happened. Guy made a good play. When I'm just catching and throwing so quick, it's kind of hard to see him. Usually, you know, the DN's not in that type of position to make a play on the ball. But yeah, just an unfortunate thing to happen.
And then the scramble for a touchdown. Can you kind of talk about like just kind of like what's going through your mind during that whole process? And is there a moment where you're like, I need to get down, or are you just kind of selling out for the end zone the entire time?
Yeah, I mean, it was fourth down, so once you know what I was looking at wasn't really there, I just tried to, you know, make a play and obviously extend the drive. And then once I saw kind of what was in front of me, I knew I could score. So I just went ahead and tried to do it.
Terry, 3 targets, no catches. Kind of what happened today, and I guess what went into it?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not what we wanted to do coming into the game. You know, not only Terry, but I feel like we struggled to get all of our guys involved in the game today, and you know, we just gotta be better. You know, Terry's the best player on our offense, and we gotta find ways to get him the football. I gotta find ways to get him the football. You know, obviously he had a few targets, but you know, 3 targets isn't enough for your best player. So we just gotta, try to find more ways to get him involved.
Do you talk to him after a game like that?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't had a moment yet after this game, but I mean, he knows what I think of him as a player, and that I'm trying to do my job and trying to get him the football. So it's definitely just something that's frustrating, and it's never the plan or intent to not get him involved. So it's just something we got to try to get better at.
Looked like after the interception, Eric came over and was talking on the sideline. What was that conversation?
Yeah, just talking about staying positive and get ready to go again on the next drive.
Anything else?
You've got the bye week. What kinds of things do you want to refocus on here coming into the last 4?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to try to do a good job of playing my best football these last 4 weeks and taking it one day at a time. And I feel like if I play at my best, then I'll give our team a chance to win. So I'll obviously evaluate myself over the next few days and try to find some things to really focus on these last few weeks and try to play some really good football.
I know obviously winning's the goal for everybody, but with the playoffs kind of out of the picture in the last 4, what kinds of things do you guys want to do to prove something to yourselves going in these last 4?
Yeah, I mean, I think the honest thing is, I think we know that we're a way better team than what we've shown, especially the last few weeks. We know that with the guys we have on this team, we're definitely capable of winning more games than we've won. And so for us, we want to show who we can really be these last 4 games. And we're going to take it one game at a time and try to give it all we got.
Got time for 2 more. Sam, do you see defenses are tailing their defenses take away Terry? Are you seeing that they're just focusing on him so they got to go somewhere else? Or is it just the way the plays are working out?
Yeah, a little bit of both. I think Miami, they played a lot of cover 2 to his side today, which obviously kind of makes it tougher for a guy to get the football. But at the end of the day, it's not an excuse for him not to have a catch.
Last one, we good?
Thanks, Sam.
She has one.
Oh, sorry. Just, you say the players are there, the coaches are there, the game plan is there, but what are you seeing that convinces you that is the case?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've shown it at times throughout the year, and I think there's a lot of proven players in that locker room, a lot of proven coaches, and at times we've played some really good football this year. We just haven't done it at a consistent level to where it translates to having a good record and winning most of your games.